Internal Oral, Charles Schulz by Santiago Pimiento. Introduction. The global issue in question is emotional side effects of war. Post-traumatic effect disorder, depression, and anxiety are some of the emotional side effects that war leaves behind in a soldier's head. During war, people can be exposed to many different traumatic events that raises the chances of developing mental health problems. Soldiers can experience severe anxiety, flashbacks, nightmares, insomnia, and anger, amongst any other symptoms. For this project, I decided to analyze two panels of a comic strips by Charles Schulz. In the first panel, in this panel, we can identify the global issue, emotional side effects of war, due to the expressions, feelings, and characteristics presented as follows. In this panel, the main character, Snoopy, seems a little bit too nervous. By reading all the comic strip, we can identify that the character just got home from war. When soldiers get home from war, most of them get crazy. They still have some flashbacks and memories of war that they have been, so they are unable to stay calm. In the thought bubble, the main character is having flashbacks of things he saw in war. Parenthesis. Machine gun bullets splattered. The side of his subwit, camel, flames, explosions, terror. Oh, the memories, the fear. It appears to be that the character has some sort of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that takes sleep away from him. The usage of exclamation marks makes the text in the thought bubble to be more dramatic, and that makes the reader understand how dramatic and serious the global issue is. We can identify Emanata in this panel. As the character gets tucked in under the bed sheets, we can notice that some lines are coming out of his face. These lines can be interpreted as a sign of anguish. We can notice that the character is scared thanks to the Emanata and also because of his facial expression. The character seems worried because of all the things that make him overthink in the night. Panel 2. In this other panel, we are able to confirm that soldiers after war do get mental problems like anxiety, nightmares, PTSD, and insomnia. We can identify another thought bubble. Just as the other one, this thought bubble includes all of the symptoms of emotional side effects that war leaves behind in a soldier's head. Parenthesis. Suddenly, he emits a terrible cry of anguish. The text in the thought bubble tells us that all of the overthinking and remembering all of the war's worst features, the main character appears to have more than one symptom caused by the emotional side effects of war. The character is experiencing severe anxiety, flashbacks, nightmares, and insomnia. The facial expression that Snoopy shows is that he's getting nervous. It shows us that he's about to explode. He can't hold that cry of anguish anymore. This makes the reader feel empathy with the main character because by knowing all of the relevant details, we get to understand more how he feels because we know what he went through. Conclusion. This global issue is very important. Emotional side effects of war is the only thing that doesn't let our war veterans have a normal life. They went through these traumatic events that get their heads messed up. Having people out there with mental health problems isn't healthy for society or for themselves. Soldiers are not the only people affected. The families of the people affected are the ones that must suffer. We need to take this matter seriously because emotional side effects of war affect how we think, feel, and act as we cope with life. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood and aging.